What you're watching here is something you won't ordinarily see in my videos. This is an experiment. This is a very early piece that I'm working on. I'm working on a whole series of paintings called Pictures at an Exhibition, based on the work by Modest Mussorgsky, and it's kind of the reverse of what he did. He went to an art exhibition and created pictures based on what he saw, and I'm creating paintings based on what I'm hearing, and I'm using this to tell a great story, basically the history of the world. Now, it's kind of an interesting way of going at it, and the reason I'm saying this is something you won't ordinarily see is this is a very early experiment. This is just to see if I can get it done. The pieces, there's 15 pieces in the suite, and they're all very short, so it's a matter of trying to get things to sync up. Actually, if you're looking at the video, you'll see that right about here is where the music is supposed to change, and the music won't change for quite some time because I had to end up making it time-lapse to fit. Obviously, that's not going to work in a live performance, but the idea is just to get it down and see what it looks like and see how I can fix it, what I need to tweak. And you'll notice as I'm painting this in here that I missed a pretty significant piece of the snake's head, and that can be a real problem as we go along. But again, this is a first experiment. It's not meant to be clean or perfect. It's just meant to be just meant to see how everything syncs up, and it's kind of quick, it's kind of panicky. Hopefully as I go along it'll straighten itself up a little bit, but I just wanted to do this to show you the process that goes into some of these things. Obviously most of the videos that I do are not part of something on this grand a scale. This is going to be it's going to be over half an hour long. If I could, that's the other thing I'm experimenting with, is very simply if I can physically keep it up that long. You'll notice here I have a hidden piece in there where I change the world into the apple. The temptation, the snake's holding it in his mouth as if to say, here, take a bite. And it's just a very, I think about here's where I realize I'm running out of time. But we're, again, this all has to be completely done in 4 minutes, and it took basically twice that long to get it done. So it's going to need a lot of tweaking. But I just ask you to, keep me in prayer for stuff like this. I feel like the Lord's leading me to do it. It's pretty hard. I'm also trying to figure out what to do with it exactly, how to take it out, what venue it's going to fit in, because, obviously classical music mixed with speed painting, I'm not exactly sure where that will go, but I feel like I'm being led to do it, so I'm just starting to experiment and just starting to sketch it out and think about the things in my head that I really want to express in this. Anyway, I've got basically 3 major projects going on right now. I've got this thing that again, this has no deadline. This is as quick as I can get it done, and I'm also working on a presentation and possibly a book called Beyond the Big Three, which will deal with a lot of the stuff we deal with here on the AMOK podcast and video blog, and I'm really excited about it. And the idea behind it is it's ministry for people who don't preach, play, or sing. And so hopefully that's going to come through and everything's going to go real well with that. But again, that's something I'm working on for the future. That'll be probably like a series of workshops and messages and things to take into churches to help people to see ways they can use their gifts, whether it's art or whatever it is. And not only that people can use their gifts, but the churches will be intentional about finding the gifts in their people and using them to glorify God. So basically that's what we're working on here. As you'll notice, I had to go for a pretty decently long still to get everything to fit with so it all links up with the end of the music. And basically I'm just doing that for your benefit. Again, I'm going to have to speed this up a bit and of course clean it up. At this point I know it looks really rough and abstract, but the idea is by the time the very ending note of the music, which you're about to hear, there's this thing with the drums, and I want that to be right where the bite comes out of the apple, and that'll lead us into the next part of the piece. Again, this is only 2 pieces of a 15-piece suite, and I just hope that you like it. Take care and God bless.